So we just received another teaser for Dead by Daylight's new survivor, and this one is quite interesting. Let's take a look at it. Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel to a very early morning upload. I just woke up not too long ago. It is 7 in the morning, and Dead by Daylight have posted a brand new teaser image on their Instagram. Let's take a look at it, and this kind of connects with the previous teaser image that they showed us. If you guys haven't seen that one, I'll also post it on screen right now. We analyzed the first image very heavily, and we came up with the skulls that's around, the crystals that are around, the devil's ivy, and the 3 AM post all kind of connects to this witch idea or witchcraft. And we also connected that idea to Haddie, who is a lore survivor who goes around trying to expose the Black Veil, who is a cult that worships and sacrifices people and things to the entities such as Elodie and the twins. So that was the connection that we made with all of that. And in today's little teaser image that we see, we have a brand new image of what seems like an office or workplace or even a room of the new survivor. Now, this doesn't mean that it is Haddie, although it really pushes me to that side thinking that Haddie is going to come into the game. In my opinion, it makes a lot of sense, but let's just analyze this for what it is. The first and most obvious thing that we see in this image is that there is a hat right on top of the table. This is combined with a pair of sunglasses, a notepad with a pen, and obviously this is indicating a witchcraft, something spooky, as Dead by Daylight put it in their caption. It's spooky season, working away on some new material. Now, if you guys remember, this is very similar to the Yunjin Lee, the way they teased her, as well as the Trickster, so it makes sense that this is all connected to the survivor instead of just random stuff that they're posting. And we see the witch's hat, which obviously indicates that something witchcrafty is going on. And if that doesn't sell it for you, if you take a look at the China cabinet in the top left-hand corner, you can actually see a crystal ball is there. So we got a crystal ball that's just chilling in the top left-hand corner. 2 obvious signs of a witch, and you know, these are the obvious things that we're seeing. On the shelf, or right on the headboard, it looks like, not too sure exactly what it is, we have a skull as well as a crow, very similar to the skull that we've seen normally on the first image. We can also see that that crow is there. It can symbolize the dark magic or the crows in DBD. We obviously have a huge painting going on. I'm not too sure what's going on there. There's a lot of hands going on. Maybe you guys can identify this one in the comments and let me know a little bit more about it, because I don't really know what that one means. We can see some more things that are kept in mason jars and some interesting pictures going along the side, and we have a very nice white couch. It can kind of show us the era that all of this stuff is in, unless it's just themed at a certain time. It really reminds me of the room that Ed and Lorraine have, if you guys have ever seen the Conjuring series, where they keep all of their evil possessions, and it really looks like that. But this chapter is not licensed, at least I don't think so, because if you guys remember the leaks information that we did receive, which are normally accurate, this isn't confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. The scheduling for the cosmetics that would be released aligned with a non-licensed character scheduling, so it's more than likely we're going to be getting a brand new original survivor coming with this mid-chapter patch. Now, one of the key and most important details that I've noticed is that you can see another lens flare on this image, and typically, when you're in a room like this, you don't normally get a lens flare unless you are using maybe a spirit camera and you're actually not seeing a lens flare, but maybe you're seeing a spirit. Or if you're not using a spirit camera, you're just using a very old vintage camera to give you this effect when it's fully printed out. Typically, cameras back in the days used to do that. And there was a whole job career of people that would fix your photos and get rid of these things, etc., etc., etc. If you take a look at the same China cabinet in the bottom left-hand corner, you can actually see what looks like a very old vintage camera, very similar to what would have taken a picture and photograph like this. So in my opinion, this could be a similar camera that she's using now. We obviously know that the time era wouldn't make sense for any of this to be together. It would just be more of a collectible item, but she could be using another camera like that to capture spirits or whatever the case may be, or maybe she's just having fun and we're just over analyzing that detail. What's really interesting, going back to that whole Ed and Lorraine theory, is that we follow Haddie on her adventures. We see her in all of these different tomes where she ventures to India, for example, to investigate the massacre in the 1800s in this cave called the Valley of Evil Eyes. And when she goes in, she finds a grotesque monster in there with a bunch of red eyes and a mouth with needle teeth, and she discovers a column piece that's hidden with a group of cloaked figures. So, you know, she's going on these adventures. The next time we see that she goes to Turkey and she opens a casket with a half crescent and 3 dots on it, and then when she opens it, there was a woman working for the secret society. Black Mist came and took over her, and she became a vampire, and she was able to kill this vampire. And then obviously she goes to New York, she meets her benefactor who's been sending her all this money, kind of like some Danny Phantom Vlad stuff going on there. And they basically talk about how they want to take down the Black Veil, etc. But she goes on all these adventures, and she has all this vast knowledge on how to stop these type of monsters that it would make sense that she could bring back some souvenirs or some nice things to bring back and to keep, similar to how Ed and Lorraine go about on their adventures. And obviously in our last teaser image, we've seen that she had a lot of protection things because she's obviously seeing all these weird witchcrafty things. It makes sense that she would have things that would protect her, that would keep her safe, especially from things that are supernatural. Speaking of supernatural, this post again was made at 3 a.m. DBD, stop with the 3 a.m. post. I'm trying to sleep. So it's really interesting to see what's going on here. And let's say that the Haddie theory is incorrect. What are we really left with? Well, we know that this is going to be a survivor that is highly tied to witchcraft and more than likely going to be associated with boon totems in some way or not. We know that Haddie obviously has the psychic abilities and vast knowledge in this supernatural world, but if it's not her, whoever this character is that is coming into the game is gonna still have vast knowledge about the supernatural world, probably into witchcraft because of the flowers that we're seeing, because of the skulls and all the jades and stones that we're seeing. It would make a lot of sense. And obviously with these photographs, I'm going a little bit of a stretch with the whole the camera look, but it's quite interesting. We're again seeing a blue lens flare, so you know, that is personally what I'm thinking. And I looked through a lot of comments. A lot of people are a little bit lost in this one, but personally, again, I really do believe that it could be Haddie coming into the game. It just honestly makes the most sense to me. And if it's not Haddie, it's going to be someone with a very similar lore set. Well, my friends, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I am having a lot of fun theorizing on what this is, and I would love to know what you guys think this is about, what does this indicate, who is coming into the game. Hopefully we'll find out soon. The estimated reveal for the PTB is on Tuesday next week, so maybe we'll find out who this character is then. But my friends, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure you guys do come on over to Twitch. By the way, we are live right now. Well, not right now. We'll be live in a few hours, so by the time you see this, we'll be live. And we're going to have some fun. Tomorrow's also our Into the Fog broadcast, so hopefully we'll see you there as well. Follow us on all our socials, on our Twitter, on our TikTok, and our second channel. We've been posting a lot of videos, so make sure you guys do check that out as well. But that's going to do it for me. As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.